Hi, this is Cousin Russ. I'm going to take a minute or two and talk about how I uh, create a citation for information from a Social Security death index record that I find on Ancestry.com. Before I go to Family Tree Maker, I want to, I've talked about Evernote before, and it plays a key role in what I'm about to tell you. I have a note, Evernote, for Social Security death index. And what I did was went through Evidence Explained, page 626. That gave me some basic information. And I'll come back to this screen in a minute, but I wanted to make sure that what I ended up with in Family Tree Maker looks like Evidence Explained, page 626. So let me go to Family Tree Maker, and here we go. As usual, I enter all database, but this time I'm going to go over to the Sources workspace because that's we're talking about a Social Security death index. And as you can see, I have a number of them already. But let me tell you how I got here. And this is a template. It just says template source. So this is in the template feature of Family Tree Maker, but let me show you how I got there. I'm going to click on Add, and this can be from any place, and New. When I click on New, it's going to ask me for a keyword search. So I'm going to type SSD, and all you need is 3 characters for the Social Security Death Index. And there's 2 versions, a CD-ROM version and a Social Security death index in an online database. And here are the questions that I need to answer to complete the template for this for Social Security death index. I need to know who the provider is, the URL, and the year. Let me go back over to Evernote. So in Evernote, to myself that I want to do a screen capture from Ancestry.com. I will not cover that in this video, but I will do a screen capture of the Social Security Death Index that I have. And here are the 3 items that I need to be able to answer: the provider, the URL, and the year. And then I got the year from the Ancestry.com website. And just the beginning of the citation detail, it says enter the date accessed, name and social security number of the person of interest, the date issued, and the state it was issued. And that's what I want to capture because I'll need it. But let me now go back to Family Tree Maker. And once I have filled this out, I click OK, and I'll get to a screen that I'll show you in a second. I'm going to cancel this because I've already done this for the Social Security Death Index. And in the comments section, I put in the data that I need to capture. The first line is for the citation detail. The next is citation text, and I'll show you where that shows up in the screen in a minute. Entry 4, name in brackets. That means I want to capture the name, the year that the Social Security number was issued, Social Security number, and then in brackets, number, and accessed, and a bracket. That tells me that I got to fill in the blanks. The date of issue will go into citation text. And if I have no Social Security numbers, because some of our databases don't show that, the format that I'm going to put in this number line says no SSDI number, and I'll put that in brackets. And just for where did I get this from? Evidence Explained, page 626. So that is the template. And here's a completed one that I filled out. So the SSDI said it was done before 1951, the Social Security number, and when I accessed it. But I'm going to do one right now. This is one that I already had in. Now I need to edit it to bring it into the new format. So entry 4, that's all good. The next thing that I said was after that was the date that it was issued, B4 1951, and it's Social Security, comma, Social Security. And again, I'm cleaning up, but I'm showing you what I do to get their Social Security number. And then the next thing, what I'm going to do is cut this information from here because I don't want it there anymore based on what I've learned from Evidence Explained. And I'm going to paste it here. Oops, I didn't do that right. So I'm going to cut that and paste it. And then I'm going to cut. I'm going to put a comma. I'm sorry, a semicolon. And then date access. Now that's not this is the old way that I was recording dates, and that's not correct according to my granddaughters because they did their homework on that. So I'm going to make it 22 April 2012. So I'm good so far. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to put state issued and not include that in the citation. Now let me go back to Evernote, because what I learned when I went to Evidence Explained, I picked up some stuff. I picked up the Social Security number. I had the date it was issued, but the state that it was issued is not in Evidence Explained. So I'm going to put that down here. The date it was issued and accessed. And so that's what I have in text. And there's the format that I have copied from here and pasted it into the information in Family Tree Maker. I do that so I don't have to come back to Evidence or into Evernote every time I want to figure out what I'm supposed to do here. And I have some other information that I have, like how I name the files pictures that I get from from the Social Security index, the caption that I put in for the image, and I'm not going to talk about that here. And the description, what I do is copy the citation from Family Tree Maker and paste it in the description for that image. And if the image is the screen capture, I'm going to privatize it so that people can't see it. So I'm going to go back over to Family Tree Maker. And so here is the citation, the entry 4. It was issued before 1951, Social Security number, and it was accessed 2012 and issued in the state of Pennsylvania. Now I'm going to take this one step further. In a recent video, I did a research log. So as I'm cleaning up my sources, I want to go over to this person's research log. Again, it's the second tab, and it's got a padlock on it. And I've got other notes for her here. I'm going to just put 04/23/12 and make it a bullet. And I'm going to put SSDI. So that is, as I'm doing this cleanup work in my sources, I am going to make the recreate my research log. So that's the steps that I do. Again, I have Family Tree Maker open. I also have Evernote open right now. And I don't need Evernote when I'm here because I've taken my notes in Evernote and made it down here in the comments section for that source. That may be confusing, but remember that you can always play this screen at, and then when you're ready, you can pause it, play it over again to help you work through that. It's not complicated once you've done it a couple times. Today, for an example, I have updated 25 Social Security Death Index citations, so that I'm working in that group of citations. Like, done a couple, get into the rhythm, and just will zip out the rest of them. So I did it live for you on one that I had not done. So I hope that's helpful. Have a great day.